Okay, hello to you. My name is Moshe Weingarten from the old city of Jerusalem. We are the oldest family here in this area with the longest roots that starts 1812.
And what is your official title?
My official title? I am the chairman of this synagogue, or Chaim synagogue, in the old city of Jerusalem. And I'm high-ranking army and police retired here in Israel, serving 30 years, protecting my country in a long, successfully service.
So can you just start off by telling us a little bit about your family history here in Jerusalem?
Yes. My family history started in the year 1812. In Hebrew, it's Taf Kuf Ein Bet, exactly 201 years ago. My ancestors immigrated from Vilna, Lithuania, and they were a part of the Vilna Gaon community during those days. They were Ashkenazim, Prushim, Litaim, Lithuanians, and they were Zionists. They decided to immigrate to Israel, to Jerusalem, although the conditions during those days under the Turks that ruled this area for 500 years were very, very difficult. Our first ancestors were Rabbi Shlomo Pach Rosenthal. Pach, Peichet in Hebrew, is a short of two words, Pituchei Chotam, which means dealing with arts and crafts and silver and gold items. They came with a lot of items and Judaica things like this to Israel. They dealt with these items, and that's how they succeeded to buy this whole complex from the Arabs and from the administration that was the owner of this building during those days.
And in the Old Quarter, your family has always lived here in the Old Quarter?
Yes, we didn't live this area unless we were forced to, and I'll tell you about it. During the old part of time, this area wasn't called just the Jewish quarter. Actually, it was Jerusalem in its whole, which means we didn't have new neighborhoods outside the walls of Jerusalem. Jerusalem was Jerusalem between the walls, the old city, and that's it. The new neighborhoods started in the end of the 20th century, and I'm sorry, the 19th century, and my great-great-grandfather was the administrator of the project building a neighborhood called Yemin Moshe and Mishkanot Sha'anonim, sponsoring by Moses Montefiore, the first Jewish neighborhood outside the walls of the old city of Jerusalem. We lived here, as I said before, since 1812 till 1942. Then this part of land was conquered by the Jordanian army that took everyone to West Jordan as prisoners of war, every male, and in the head of them my grandfather, Rabbi Avraham Mordechai Weingarten. After a few months they were released as prisoners of war, and they were let come back to the new part of Jerusalem. 19 years, no Jew was allowed to live here in the old city. Just in 1967, when the Israeli army succeeded to release this area, we came back. And actually, we were the first family that came back to live here in the old city of Jerusalem, and the only family that came back to do so in her own apartment, in her own building, in the building that few generations of my family was born, the same place during the old times.
Is the building here?
Yes, this is the building. Here we are in the Or HaChaim synagogue that my family keeps and runs and holds during the last 200 years. It's a 300 years synagogue established by the Rabbi Chaim ben Attal, who wrote a commentary on the Torah and named it the Light of Life, Or HaChaim, and that's how he was being called the Saint Or HaChaim HaKadosh. And when my ancestors bought the whole complex from the Arabs' administration, they got the synagogue to their hands, and we are fulfilling our goals and tasks here by operating this place to Torah and Tefillah and learning and have seminars of Judaism and so on. We live in the same building in front of the synagogue, and we are doing so about 9 generations. My grandchildren are the 9th generation in my family here in the old city.
And your grandchildren will run the synagogue and the museum afterwards?
You know, there is a saying in Hebrew, you shouldn't be a Navi, a prophet. Lo Navi velo ben Navi. Not a prophet and not a son of a prophet. I hope so. Our tradition is strong, and till now, thank God, in every generation, one of the family members is fulfilling this mission and does it on the good side that is possible.
So, what would you like other people to know about Jerusalem?
You mean Jerusalem as a city or the old part of Jerusalem? Both of them. Look, Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. And of course, we don't just love Jerusalem, we admire the fact that we have the great privilege to live here. And we didn't take it for granted. We know that it is a very complicated matter to live in Jerusalem, to be in the place that is very, very holy and very famous and very touchy to the monotheistic three religious in our world, yes? The Judaism, the Christianity, and the Muslim. And there is a lot of tense, there is a lot of conflicts here in this place. Our mission is to try to live peacefully with everyone, with our neighbors, with every tribe, with every human being, and to make the life in Jerusalem more simple than they are, and as they seems to be in the eyes of other people all over the world. In the old city, we have another mission, is to strengthen the sources that Jews have in this holy part of this holy land. The Arabs here are the majority, and we should respect this fact. But we have to strengthen the community of Jews here, and we have to invest a lot of aims, a lot of money, a lot of efforts to make this small neighborhood, the old city, the Jewish quarter in the old city, more strong, more nice, more efficient. And unfortunately, in my eyes, neither the government of Israel nor the city hall and the local administration are doing it as they should. They must invest a lot of money, a lot of aims, a lot of public care to this place, more than it is now. What is now is not enough in any area. And unless we will strengthen this community and this part, actually might lose it, or might lose the big importance as it is now, as it should be.